of jive rock. Oh! Hey baby girl, my name's Shane, and Shane, I got a little podcast. It might drive you insane. You might rock. You might talk about the rock news you heard on the podcast. Heard it on the podcast. Love it, love it, love it, Shane. More, 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 Shane. Come on, baby, give me jive. Oh, that's almost like a jingle that you'd hear on the TV. Come on, girl, and give me jive. What's going on? Welcome back, one and all, back to another hot rockin' edition of Jive Talkin with Shane Diablo, the finest lower end hard rock and heavy metal podcast you can find. It's at the top of the low end of those. So if you're like, there's 50 shitty ones out there and 10 good ones, then I'm 50. Because it'd be 10, 60, so I wouldn't be 60, I'd be 50 on that list. But welcome back. If you are new here to the Jive Talkin with Shane Diablo, and I'm telling you, the comments are out of control this time. It's wonderful. There's a bunch. It's like people tuned in or something. I don't know. We have our cavalcade of characters, plus some. We've got hard rock and news. I did want to mention, Lars Ulrich's father passed away, 95 years old. Rest in peace to him. I don't have the story all set to go, but everyone, if you've seen Some Kind of Monster, then you've seen Lars Ulrich's father, because they talk to him a little bit and stuff. And there's a great scene in Some Kind of Monster, the documentary. It's on Netflix. You can watch it, where Lars is playing him stuff from Saint Anger. Now, I don't know if this is a song that actually made it on the album or whatever, but he's sitting there playing this tune, and Lars is going, "What do you think?" He's looking at his dad, and his dad, song finishes, and he's like, "So what did you think, Dad? What did you think of that?" And he's just like, "If I was the producer of the band, I would delete it. I would delete it now." And that's just been stuck in my head forever. I can picture his face saying it. You could probably even look that clip up on YouTube if you were up for that. Let me get a drink here. And then we start with the hard rockin' news of Jive Talkin 108. I think this is 108. And by the way, I've got a very special video that I think one person down in the comments that's actually down there. She's actually down there in the comments. If she doesn't know about it already, yes, we're taking a look at it right here in this episode. Yoshiki from X-Japan takes the stage with Scorpions to do. And you know what? They're probably going to ding this whole damn video, which means unmonetized. They're probably going to do that just for whatever we watch of this show. I don't give a goddamn. I don't give a damn. An hour podcast, I don't give a damn. We're going to watch it. And I'm keeping it in, even if they say, that I can keep it or, so I cut it out or whatever. I don't care. We're doing it. We're keeping it on. Let's get to it, everybody. Motley Crue. We just did that Right Side of Wrong reaction video to Mick Mars. That's a pretty damn heavy, tasty little tune there. Motley Crue, they got John 5. There's Vince Neil. There's Nikki Sixx, the Sixth Man, and Tom Lee. And they are canceling their New Year's Eve concert in Palm Springs. And I says, oh dear. Oh my heavens. I hope everyone is okay. I hope that curse that, Mick Mars is at home with his, look at him. He's on the floor in the pentagram and everything. And I'm just hoping that curse that Mick Mars has put on him is not kicked in so soon. Motley Crue has canceled its previously announced Crue Years Eve. That is very clever. Concert on December 31st at our Acrisure Arena in Palm Springs. That's an insurance company all the way. Acrisure. Get in the comments and tell me if that's an insurance company. Acrisure Arena in Palm Springs, California, due to issues beyond the band's control. I was doing little twinks to the side of my head there for if you're just listening. It was out of their hands. They couldn't do anything. It was beyond their control, the band's control, since they have 95% stake in it, in Duff's band. Early today, Thursday, December 21st, Motley Crue released the following statement via social media. Oh, bros! It is with a deep regret we must inform you the Crue Years Eve show in Palm Springs being freaking canceled, bro. In a very short time frame to produce the event results in issues beyond our control. We look forward to seeing you all, though, in 2024. Party on, dudes! The Palm Springs concert would have marked Motley Crue's first performance since it completed the world tour in November in Melbourne, Australia, with Def Leppard. Regarding how the Palm Springs gig came about, Crue drummer Tommy Lee told the Desert Sun. He's talking to the Desert Sun. You know, the offer came through asking us to, and we were like, what? Sounds fucking awesome. Let's do this. It's not something we set out to do, but what a cool place to ring in the new year, right? I just love it out there, man. It's so freaking chill. You can literally drive 2 hours from where I live in Los Angeles and go to just unplug there, man. Get away and unplug. It's such a great place for that. In 2022, Motley Crue reunited with the Stadium Tour. That was the last one where they let that old rickety old fella on there, Mick Marr. That was the last one, the Stadium Tour, with Poison, Def Leppard, and Joan Jett and the Blackhearts in 2023. Motley Crue played more shows with Def Leppard in the U.S., Latin America, Europe, and Asia as part of the aforementioned The World Tour. You take it to the stadiums, then you take it to the world. Who's this? I gotta spit that out. Is this Tom Tom? The Tom Man? It was cool on many different levels, Lee told the Desert Sun. It's the first time we had done a stadium tour. For us, that was just insane, playing all of those stadiums all around the world. It was the first time they'd done a stadium. Would they just do those festivals? They've never done stadium tours before. They can hold the arenas for sure. Playing all those stadiums all around the world, not just in the U.S., bro. Not even around the freaking world. We've been buds with them guys in Def Leppard for a while. So to do it with our friends, that's priceless. Anytime you do anything, if you can share that experience with someone you love or a friend, it makes for all the better. Boy, that's truer words. I mean, that is true. Earlier this year, Motley Crue recorded 3, that's right, not 1, not 2, but 3 new songs with legendary producer Bob Rock. You could say he's the one that created Metallica, and took them to the heights, and you could also say he was the one that destroyed them. I'm just saying. Okay. But these songs include Dogs of War and a cover of this is fun. Beastie Boys, You Gotta Fight for Your Right to Party. That is just, I'm so glad. Motley Crue debuted its cover of You Gotta Fight for Your Right to Party during a secret, June 30th club performance for 450 lucky fans at the Underworld in London, England. You gotta fight for your right to party. John Five joined Motley Crue in the fall of 2002 as the replacement for the band's co-founding guitarist, Mick Marr. Mick announced his retirement from touring with Motley Crue in October 2022 as a result of worsening health issues, and we know all that. I flip-flop back and forth, but I'll tell you what, man, that little Mick Marr, he is really impressing me right now because those 2 tunes were pretty zinging. Guns N' Roses, we are coming up on, this is actually Duff McKagan, but we are coming up, I do believe it, I want to say it's in 3 or 4 days. The 28th, I believe, December 28th, 2015, was it? Lemmy Kilmister passed away. And I saw this that says, Guns N' Roses bassist Duff McKagan reveals he also received some of Lemmy's ashes. And I was like, well, how many of these fuckers got his ashes? Can you buy them online in a shop or something? Because I've heard Rob Halford say that he's got them too. I've got a bullet that's got Lemmy's ashes in it. Guns N' Roses bassist Duff McKagan reveals he also received some of Lemmy's ashes. By the by, did you watch that video we did last week on Duff McKagan? He was playing his acoustic songs, and he had to stop the tune because he could hear a hum through the whole damn thing. So he wanted to stop, trying to get rid of that hum. Guns N' Roses bassist Duff McKagan has revealed that he is one of a small group. I mean, who is this freaking group? Of people who received a bullet from the late Motorhead frontman Ian Lemmy Kilmister as a personal gift. So he had a list, and when he was cremated, he said, please go and get these ashes to me friend Duff McKagan. It's the least I can do for Duff. Duff discussed the Lemmy ashes during the latest episode of his Planet Rock show, 3 Chords and the Truth, which he co-hosts with his wife, Susan Holmes McKagan. Really, that's his podcast, 3 Chords and the Truth. After playing Dave Grohl, Lemmy and Billy Gibbons covers of Run, Rudolph, Run, on their podcast, their PCast, they call it. When Susan, she's like, Duff, we're going to do a podcast now, but we're going to go by the name PCast, though, okay? 3 Chords, I thought it would be really cool to have, like something that has to do with your kind of rock stuff that you do. So I thought it would be 3 Chords, but then my side would be the truth, where we get down to the nitty-gritty of life's truths. After playing Dave Grohl, Lemmy, and Billy Gibbons, Jesus, why can't I spit that out? Cover of Run, Rudolph, Run. She said, Dave is a good friend of ours and a friend of us all. We also want to take a special moment to mention Lemmy Kilmister, who passed a few years back on December 28th. I was right about that. You were right, Shane. On December 28th, long live Lemmy. We love you. Susan, name 5 songs. Name 5 songs. If I'm Duff McKagan, say, honey, Susan, my sweet love, Susan Holmes McKagan. Give me 3 songs from Motorhead. And it can't be Ace of Spades. Am I making a big... I apologize. I'm taking that back. Duff added. Oh, Duff's here. Lemmy lives forever. He was a good friend of Grohl. I call him Grohl because it's my nickname for him. We got a little tie in there. They did music together. They did Probot together as well. Susan says, you've got to play the Grammys with Johnny Depp. You got to play the Grammys with Johnny Depp and Joe Perry, Hollywood Vampires. Remember that? Duff, 2016, the tribute to Lemmy. Do you remember when you did that, Duff? Duff, look at me when I'm talking. Listen, I am an honorary Motorhead member, Duff replied. That's right, Susan said. We actually have some of his ashes here at home with us. He puts them in his man cave. That's where he keeps all of his mementos. He will never leave our hearts. Duff's bullet is not the only one whose existence has been publicly revealed. In June 2022, former Hanoi rock singer, Michael Monroe's got some. He's got some ashes. He shared photos. He's sharing photos. The Lemmy bullet he received. And the accompanying letter on social media, he wrote in a caption, I just received an extremely special and touching gift, a bullet which has part of Lemmy's ashes in it. Lemmy is in the room with us tonight. Because he can play the saxophone. The letter that accompanied Monroe's bullet came from West Hollywood, California legendary venue Whiskey A Go-Go, which, like Lemmy's favorite drinking establishment, Rainbow Bar and Grill, is owned by the Magalari family. The letter reads, Michael, we all know Lemmy. We all knew Lemmy knew many people. That's a tongue twister. We all knew Lemmy knew many people. But the few that he had considered friends, and even fewer that he considered family. Being that you are one of those people he considered family, he put you in that category. He had you down as friend, then he scratched it off and said, he is family. We would like to share a little piece of him with you. Lemmy touched all of our lives in a way I don't think any of us could ever forget. That's damn straight. But with these ashes, you keep not only the memories you have, you keep Lemmy with you forever. He was Lemmy. He played rock and roll. Don't forget him. That's wonderful. Where is the list? Rob Halford. I see that. In November 2021, Judas Priest singer Rob Halford, he says, when Lemmy passed away, I had this beautiful opportunity to speak at his memorial. We had a great get-together, and all of us musicians from all around the world, we met in Hollywood, California, and we talked about Lemmy for hours, and his great life, the things that he has left us. And then not too far back, I got something in the mailbox. I says, I opened that little hatch, that little hatch in the front. I never go to the mailbox. Rob Halford, why would I go to the mailbox? But I went down there. I opened the little hatch. Lemmy's office, Lemmy's people, Lemmy's office, his manager and everybody still working tirelessly to keep his name with us, as he will always be. They sent me. It's a bullet. It's a bullet with some of Lemmy's ashes inside. So there you have that. We go from rest in peace, dear wonderful Lemmy. I mean, just a magnificent, a magnifico, to a birthday boy. 78 years young, Mr. Peter Criss. There he is. Big jewel ring on his finger. And he's saying, life's good. I might not have made it to the end of the road Madison Square Garden show. But life's pretty ding-dang good. Original Kiss drummer Peter Criss gets surprise 78th birthday party. His wife, Gigi, did it. These wives, man, they're wonderful, and they do wonderful things. They should start a podcast. Peter Criss and Gigi. The Gigi's Peter show. To celebrate Peter Criss's 78th birthday on December 20th, the original Kiss drummer, wife Gigi, threw him a surprise party attended by his family and friends. Gigi shared photos of the event on Peter's official website and wrote in an accompanying message, "Oh my gosh, this year I threw Peter a surprise birthday party in Florida. Peter and I were there on holiday, and he was totally surprised. When he walked into the restaurant and Team Catman was there waiting for him to celebrate his birthday, he said it was a birthday that he would never forget." That's what he told me. And he was very touched that everyone came to Florida to surprise him. Thank you, Team Catman. You made Peter's birthday very, 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 very special. I added a few of those berries in there. Criss first left Kiss in 1980. Since then, he's worked with other bands and released solo albums. He teamed up with Kiss again for a reunion tour in 1990. And most recently in 2004, he was replaced by the chubbiest little cheeks in town, the wonderful Eric Singer. And if you're watching this the day of or after, then you know that we did a salute to Eric Singer. Kiss is the Catman. Eric Singer folds his final towel. That's right. During his drum solos, between just brutalizing those drums and making them cry, he likes to fold laundry. So we get into that. Because that was the final show he would be able to do that. He's been doing that particular folding the towel bit for a good 10 years, I'd say, on tour with Kiss. Let's see. In addition to playing drums in Kiss, Peter also provided lead vocals for a number of the band's most popular and memorable song, including Beth, Black Diamond. I left an S off somewhere. Beth, Black Diamond, and Hard Luck Woman, baby, till you find your man. Love that tune. Criss, who was known as the Catman, released his solo CD titled One for All in 2007. Peter produced the album himself for the first time and was joined by guest musicians that included keyboardist Paul Shaffer from David Letterman and bassist Will Lee from Late Night with David Letterman. The album featured, and that's crazy because why wouldn't he have Anton Fig come in, bro? Well, I guess I know why he wouldn't, right? Anton Fig was the dude that replaced half his drum shit. But that was the drummer for who? Paul Shaffer, Will Lee, and Anton Fig on the drums, Late Night with David Letterman. I take that back. He's not going to be calling up Anton Fig to come help him on his record. Let's get into this one really quick. I saw the name there. It turns out it was a wrestler. Dee Snider... he's going to talk about how he was inspired to give to charities and stuff like that. And I was thinking, well, it's probably his Lord. You know, if he's a religious man, it's maybe perhaps Allah or Huitzilopochtli or Jesus. I was saying for sure it would be heavenly reasons for that. But he said, no, it was wrestling. It was Mick Foley, Mankind. He's the one. He says, bro, I admire you so much. What do you do? He says, well, I'm not smashing skulls in the ring. I'm donating to charity. And then Dee said, I gotta give. Let's see. Dee Snider, wrestler Mick Foley, inspired me to be a charitable human being. It was just one fucking pile drive that he saw him do. And he said, God, I want to give. I haven't been a full human being until this moment. Dee Snider recently appeared on Side Jams with Brian Reisman to talk about his journey into charitable work, which causes an organization. I'm all flustered because I'm already thinking about how the fuck am I going to do his voice. I can't even remember. Not that I should know, but anyways. Which causes an organization he works with, and how I'm going to read that over. Side Jams with Brian Reisman to talk about his journey into charitable work, which causes and organizations he works with, and how he wants to encourage people to do more. You go and watch Mankind do a body slam. That's all you got to do. The Twisted Sister frontman also recalled how difficult it was initially to raise money and awareness for the Station Family Fund. It all started through a personal friend. I hope this doesn't get sad. Mick Foley, the wrestler, Mankind, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, all those characters, he and I became very good friends, Snider told Side Jams. We live near each other in Long Island over there, huh? Hey, we live near each other in Long Island, huh? And we met and connected. Mick does insane amounts of charity. And without making a big deal about it, without making a big deal about it, huh? You know, you go over to Mick's house, he ain't making no big fucking deal about giving to charity and shit. He ain't doing articles and talking on podcasts about it, he just does it. Amazing. Put it this way. The man's married and he's got 3 kids or 4 kids. Fucking how should I know him? He's got 3 or 4 kids. I thought I saw like 3 or 4 heads moving around very irritatingly during our card game. Mick was just in his spare time go and knock on doors, huh? And show up at a kid's houses. And he knew were dying of cancer. This fucking guy, he'd show up and knock on doors. And the kid's dying of cancer, and we're fans of it. And we're fans of his. And hang out and watch TV with him. And he called me one day and he says, hey, listen, I'm visiting a kid in the hospital, and he's got leukemia. He's a big fan of your work. He's a big fan of yours. Would you come with me? I'm gonna go. So I went. I went to the hospital. I met this kid, you know. I saw what the kid got out of it, you know. Not necessarily anything that I got out of it. You know, I go into the kid's room and I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm D. Snider. But the kid he got something out of it. Out of just that moment. When Mick drove me home, I said, Mick, you made me a better man today. I'm getting a little choked up because I was so shaken. I said to myself. Oh, now he's going to say something sweet about the cancer boy, the kid with cancer, and now I feel like a damn shithead. Look at what Mick does, and I look at what you don't do. And it's this point. It was in the early 2000s where I said, I need to do more. I need to give back. I need to say yes. And not just send a guitar, by the way. All the celebrities get these invitations, the opportunities to do more, right? And most of us just blow it off or send them an autographed picture or something. Thank you, Mick Foley, for waking me up and showing me that we can help. And there's something more that we need to do. Snider spoke about the various causes and organizations that he has been involved with over the years. Okay, these are good ones. The March of Dimes, Bikers for Babies, Helping Homeless Veterans, the Gibson Girls Foundation. Is that like a guitar thing? And the Station Family Fund and more. Jesus, I think to lighten this mood, we need a little Yoshiki and who else is it? Scorpions. Do you want to do that? Let's see what he says down here. Recalling Station. I don't want to get into that. They're talking people. 100 people die. I see kill. 100 people die. No, we're getting into it. This is the winds of change. And if I've done my work properly, I have set this perfectly up. You're going to see just a splash of Yoshiki on his beautiful see-through fucking piano. I bet he had that flown in from, well, he lives in Los Angeles now, right? I bet you Miss Althea's already seen these things. But let's get into it. It's going to be Scorpions featuring Yoshiki, Winds of Change. You love this song. Don't say you don't. You cry every time you're thinking about something. They've already trademarked this and copyrighted this. I'm sure of it. And can I just say one thing? We're going to keep going. Look at this guy knows how to blow. That is a mouth that has blown that song for 40 years. Look at the musculature in that face. I am saying, what I'll say is, if this bit is not in here, it is because it was completely blocked. The whole video was blocked. If they just take the monetary, I don't give a shit about that. But if they block it, then I'll have to clip this whole bit out. That you won't even see me doing this right now. Keep blowing there, Klaus.
Don't listen to my heart.
What?
It says Ukrainian.
Oh, Ukrainian. Let's see Yoshiki already. There he is. Oh. There's Matthias Jabs. I'm whistling, Yoshiki. Amazing. Where's Rudolph Schenker? Oh, he's doing the acoustic. See, that's uns Rudolph Schenker.
Yes, Shane, you did not think that I was there, but once I was playing the acoustic guitar off screen.
Okay, let's get into your comments. That's right. It's comments time. Let me have a drink. Geez, Mike Buchanan's in second pole position. Oh, yeah. Of change. Miss Althea coming in first. This is just, wow, this is, I don't see a read more thing. See, Mike Buchanan last week was the one that says, hey, I'm in and out. This is Miss Althea this week, but this is the holiday seasons. Miss Althea, the dumbstruck fool, says you are probably filming right now, and I just now realized the comment I wrote on Sunday didn't stick. Of course I can't remember anything I wrote at this point. Insert devil emojis to infinity here. Merry effing Xmas, Christmas, everyone. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Mike Buchanan's got the jokes and all here coming in. We wish you a Merry Christmas, Miss Althea. And you're welcome for that, well, that treat to give you for Christmas Day. You've seen Yoshiki in action. And the winds of change. Mike Buchanan, I am back, and this will be a regular post for me. This week's movies that are bad, but we love them anyway, is in an early 90s TV show. Toxic Crusaders, 1991. If you are a fan of the Toxic Avenger, and I am, have I got an animated show for you. I've no idea who thought this would be a good idea, but they turned Toxie into a cartoon and made it a kids' TV show. Wow. And made it similar to Captain Planet and the Planeteers. I vaguely remember that. Was his head shaped like the Earth or something? Or they were wearing Earth medallions or something? But combined with a little bit of Swamp Thing. 13 episodes, one season. Toxie and friends battle an evil villain who's trying to dump toxic waste all over the planet to turn the atmosphere toxic. So that he can breathe without having to wear a breathing apparatus, because we all know what that's like. Breathing apparatus to survive. Similar in plot to Captain Planet, it is good. No, it is worth watching, yes. Is it good? No. Is it worth watching? Yes. You can thank Canada for this. There's also a full-length movie that was released a few years ago. Also, if you can find them, there are action figures. Those are probably worth nothing or a lot. Mike Buchanan here. Okay. I told you so that Kiss wasn't done. While I always said they would eventually be wheeled out on stage in wheelchairs, they decided to go the Avatar way. That's right. So, virtual Kiss. It's a hard pass for me. If I want to watch a screen while a backing track plays, I might as well stay home and watch TV, or just stand behind somebody at a Kiss concert. I didn't mean that. Okay? That was very facetious. Mike Buchanan, I think Ozzy is losing his mental capacity. Doesn't he play in a metal band? ? Or bands? ? An awesome Ozzy voice. Dude, I think we all had a crush on Doro back in the day. He's referring to German metal queen Doro Pesch. She still looks incredible. Hey, it's her life to live. Good for her. Oh, and her new album is well worth buying. Okay, that's the Conqueress. Strong and Proud, and whatever it was called. Worth buying, everybody. Mike Buchanan on Mick Mars, I believe. Mick from the picture is starting to look like a moving skeleton. I'm telling you, with that music that he's playing now, if he stays with that dark, he's plays the part perfectly. I like it. I like that dark visual, Talking of sparkling water, while over in London, At lunch, I ordered water. I about spit it out when I took a drink. You know that feeling when you're expecting to drink one thing and it's something completely different? Yeah, not water, but sparkling water. Yeah, because it's got the thing to it. And if you were in London, they're very fancy there, just like me. They drink sparkling water because they're of a higher, oh, I hate to say this, but a higher quality of a person. That's why we drink sparkling water. I even have a backup over here. And now it's time for your Jive Talkin jokes of the week, and I believe this Christmas edition. Why is a Christmas tree so bad at knitting? Because it has too many needles. What do you get when you cross Santa with a duck? A Christmas quacker. What do you call Santa when he's wearing earmuffs? Anything he can't hear you. Anything. He can't hear you. Jesus. What did the Christmas tree say to another? Lighten up. That's not bad. That'd get me a slap across the mug at work. You know, if I said, hey guys, what did the Christmas tree say to the... Yeah, they get a slap in the chops. What did Santa call your mom? Oh, a ho, ho, ho. That's the winner. That's the winner. That's the one I say at work. What did Santa call your mom? What did Santa Claus call your mom? A ho, ho, ho. And finally, why does Santa have a big sack? Because he only comes once a year. Whoa, geez. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Damn. We got a new commenter here. James Dean. You be careful on your motorbike. Or was it a sports car? Jimmy Dean. So James Dean was the guy that's, you know, the old actor. He was in like 2 movies and he died in the 50s. And Jimmy Dean is the guy that makes the delicious sandwiches, sausage sandwich. James Dean, I rocked to Jive Me and got rammed by 10,000 goats. Oh! Dang, you were really hitting the notes on Natural Woman for some reason. Hee hee. I got talent. I've been trying to get a hold of America's Got Talent for a long time. They won't, you know. I got talent. I got rhythm. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm no Aretha Franklin, but I can sing a little bit. Heavy Metal Farmer coming in here. Has anyone ever said you sound like the late, great Chris Farley? No. But now that you think about it, I mean, I love Tommy Boy, Black Sheep. What was that called? Something, California, Hollywood Ninja? You know, I love Chris Farley. He was a great guy, but no, I haven't. But thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Other than if you're saying I'm a morbidly obese man, then without saying it, Amy's son coming in here. Even if it looked 100% like Kiss in their prime at 22 years old, I'm not into Kiss clone cartoons. Hard pass. Yep. It's just a weird medium. You know, I mean, that might be something cooler if you could hold it in your hand and do it. Where you're like, oh, don't you know, if you go to Kiss online, it's $49.99. You get this thing, and I don't know. I don't know anything about digitalia. There's your heart. Sith Man. The Sith Man coming in. Shane, buddy, can you do a first time reaction? Oh, boy. Oh, Sith Man. I will anywhere but here. Requests aplenty anywhere but the Jive Talkins, please. Shane, buddy, can you do a first-time reaction to the band Norma Jean, please? Songs I recommend: 1 million watts. What's more, 10,000 volts or 1 million watts? I'm thinking 1 million watts. and wave. I will duly note those. And I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave you hanging on that heart, because if I give you a heart, you're going to think that I'm going to put a comment that says I'm going to do your request. I'm sorry, Sithman. But I will try and remember that. And place those comments anywhere else you'd like. Request comments. Ed. Jive me instead of shock me is so cool, Shane. Very awesome. Thank you. Yep. It worked for a minute. You know. I'm a very simple person. And Jolly Jake Lavelle coming in. He hasn't been around here in a while. The one thing I would sell my soul for is Dave Mustaine and James Hetfield duetting a cover of Running Free, like Metal Everly Brothers. What was some of the Everly Brothers tunes? I remember them. I mean, I don't remember them, but I remember hearing them because I have older people in my life. With the rhythm section being Charlie Benante and Dan Lilker. Oh, yeah, you got a little bit of, you got some shit right there. You got a little bit of Nuclear Assault, a little bit of Anthrax backbeat. The caveat being that they both have to sound like they did it in 88. Wow. That is one, I don't know that I would sell my soul for that particular kind of a request. But Jolly Jake, you've got the right to do whatever you want when you want to sell your soul. John Heffron coming in. The voice impressions just keep getting better and better. Emojicon crying out loud. Emojicon crying out loud. And a third one. Thank you, one and all. What a wonderful time. I hope you enjoy your holiday seasons if that is something that you do. If you don't do it, then I hope you just enjoy your day, your whatever, and you get out there and you have a little fun. Okay, we're gonna do something here that's never been done before in the world, and we're gonna play something that is already on here that takes you out, because it is Christmas Eve after all. Out with a blast. Sorry, I'm hyper focused here. So let's go. Jive talking, oh yeah, jiving up my jiving down, jiving down. Oh, jiving balls, jiving all the way. What fun it is to jive my balls and everything. Jiving balls, jiving, yes sirree. Have a merry motherfucking Christmas, everybody.